in this new space. What do you tell people when it comes to the voice, the eyes? How do you bring it all together here? I've got my ideas, but what are yours?
Well, the basics, and I actually have a video that I created on this, and we can actually send that out because after the first 2 weeks of the pandemic in March, I was attending these Zoom meetings and I was appalled. People I knew who were very professional and very meticulous, I would see them in a meeting, and when I saw what was going on in their office, I thought, how could they not clean it up or find a background? So there are several things that are important. One is your background. And the problem we have with virtual meetings is, and neither you nor I have this today, but if you use those virtual backgrounds on Zoom, you can't move around a lot because everything starts breaking up and disappearing. So if you have to use it because you are in your bedroom and your children are in your living room or dining room with their classes, sometimes you have to do those virtual backgrounds, or your company is using a background for you. They want you to use it. Be careful not to move too much, because that movement is when everything breaks up. So the background is very important. The lighting, and I know you're going to talk about this, the lighting is important. I have light shining on me. If I didn't, I wouldn't be as well seen. If you have a window behind you, you must close those shades, because if you're backlit, then you're a silhouette. So the background is important, the lighting is important, and the sound is important. A lot of people are just using the mic on their laptop. For some people it works. For other people, they might need an external mic and headset. And that depends on what your situation is. If there's noise around you, put a headset on. It's going to be much easier and shut out the rest of the noise. The
Well,
problem I've often seen.
and that extra noise is what makes you nervous quite often. It is the distractions of the lights being wrong, the window being wrong. All those are distractions, not just technical things you need to fix, because it's like the squirrel running through the camera frame. You're lost. You're gone. So people are maybe thinking techie right now, but to me, they're also back to that nervous state as well, aren't they?
Well, you'll be nervous if things aren't working right, or if you're so distracted and you're watching yourself and you don't like what you see. Now, some people recommend shutting off your camera and don't look at yourself. I think it's good feedback. Just don't keep watching yourself. Look at the camera when you're talking. But it helps you see if you're centered or if you're moving around. And Rich, something else I thought of that we were talking about, you mentioned gestures. Whereas when you're on the stage, you can use lots of grand gestures. Now you have to stay within the confines of the frame, but you also have to be careful your gestures should be more lateral as opposed to coming forward, because if all of a sudden your hand gets really big, that seems strange too. So you have to be careful of that. And I've learned this because I interview a lot of people, and I have a series where I interview people. Be careful about jewelry and bangles and things that are making so much noise that the mic is picking it up and it becomes a distraction.